everybody, as meaning their folks, out of here. This roadway was filled with people, and they were trying to block the trucks. There was things being thrown. Actually, somebody was throwing a pallet. I don't know how strong you have to be to throw a wooden pallet, but there was actually a wooden pallet being thrown. Some of those armored vehicles, they had folks getting in their way, trying to stop them. Other officers getting out of the other vehicles and moving them physically. And they actually were running over some of their scooters, trying to get out of here. As far as injuries go, we haven't seen any. We have not seen any ambulances arrive since they've left. But this is what's left over after all the FBI had made their way out of here. This is the crowd that's still kind of milling about as it would be.
Multiple simultaneous federal raids happening involving Homeland Security, leading to clashes in downtown LA. Stu Mundell live up in Skyfox to tell us all about it. Stu?
Hey, Sandra, this is going to be one of two locations, or actually three locations, that Skyfox has been over this afternoon. This one seems to be the most active. Now, this is going to be in the downtown Los Angeles area near the corner of 15th and Santa Fe. This is the Ambience headquarters, and that is one of the other places that they were targeting in downtown, the showroom, actually in the downtown area off of 15th and Town. But they've also been hitting up the Home Depots, at least two of them, in the Los Angeles area as well. I can tell you, since Skyfox has been here, they've been put at least 5 people inside that van that you see right there. Now, it has definitely gotten a lot more tense out here in the last couple of minutes, and LAPD has arrived as well. Usually, LAPD stays away from any of these type of raids, but in this case, it is crowd control is why they're here and what's going on. Moments before we went live, there was a large crowd in front of this gate right here. They opened that gate up to allow a van that looks like the one that's in there in as to possibly to take away some other people, or even maybe some of their own FBI and other agents that are in that area, because there is a number of them, meaning probably about 20 or more inside that fenced area. While that was going on, a large scuffle took place. People were trying to block the van. Agents came out and were actually physically fighting with some of those protesters, and one of them got tossed to the ground. That person taken into handcuffs later, but that was when the crowd really started to gang up on those agents. They brought him inside the store, inside this building, and that's the reason why the fire department is here. The fire department showed up basically for medical use, or to check out the injuries to that person they took into custody. Take a look at what's going on. LAPD, they've been arriving. They've been setting up a skirmish line out here, trying to keep the public away from that front gate. It does seem like whatever was happening inside this building in downtown is coming to a close. We've been watching agents coming out, getting into vehicles. They're lining up those vehicles near that front gate, so this might be coming to an end. Now we see some tape from another location. I'm not sure which one this is, but if this is the one in downtown, off of Town and 9th, this one was also very emotional. One of the folks that was looking at inside that window earlier on when we were there was crying and getting very, very emotional about what was going on. You can see they had multiple agencies here. Mm-hmm. It's not just Homeland Security. They can't use, or they will not use, LAPD to orchestrate these raids. So they have to lean on other agencies. That would be Homeland Security. That would be FBI and other federal agencies that come and assist in these ICE raids. So right now, it definitely seems like something's going on at the gate. Maybe some information is being passed back and forth. I believe that some of these are relatives that have arrived here looking for their loved ones that may be taken into custody. And if that's the case, what's happening right there, our agents are giving those people information on where their loved ones are going or where they can be found in the next couple of hours. But right now, though, still very active out here. This is in downtown Los Angeles, and again, this is the Ambience headquarters off of Santa Fe near the cross of 15th Street, but also the other spot that was being raided is what you're seeing on the bigger portion, and that would be Town and 9th. We were there earlier on. We saw the agents on the outside. We saw employees, or what we believe to be employees, leaving that location every now and then, not in cuffs, but just leaving one by one. And then the Home Depot, that was another one. That's how all this information started for us. We made our way over to that Home Depot earlier in the morning hours. By the time we got there, the ICE agents already had left that location, but there was still a lot of media down there, and you could see that a lot of the folks were talking and explaining what had happened. Now, we know that there were some folks taken away in cuffs there as well, so there are definite raids happening in the Los Angeles area. People are being taken into custody by ICE agents. And again, this is being assisted not by LAPD, but by other agencies that are federal law enforcement, FBI being the most common one. But right now, though, what's going on right here in downtown near Santa Fe in 15th is a wrap-up. And again, one of the reasons why they need so many of these agents out here is not because they're taking so many people into custody, but I think it's also a lot of paperwork. We've been watching agents walking out with large boxes, and they were making their way over to the vehicle, so they were confiscating paperwork as well. Inside this van, we counted five people being taken into custody and placed inside that van. Sandra?
So 5 people